family united.
The Russians have made contact.
They are very dangerous people.
So are we. For them, family is a weakness. For me, it's my strength. It's yours.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my second scene analysis video. So today we're going to be taking a look at a scene from the season 3 finale of Peaky Blinders, where Thomas Shelby and Alfie Solomons have a bit of a confrontation. First thing I noticed in this scene is that the location selected for it is perfect. It's this long, empty warehouse, so the way the audio is mixed allows for this rage-filled screaming that they're about to do in a few minutes here echo throughout the building. There's one major light source in this scene, and it's coming from Tommy's left, which leaves Tommy's right side and Alfie's left in the dark. It's not aggressive split lighting, but do notice how Tommy and Alfie are always shot from their dark side, while Michael is often seen in this scene lit flatly, with the major key light hitting his backside, which leaves little or no contrast on his face, making him appear a lot less dramatic, which further demonstrates how Michael's role in this scene is definitely that of a mediator.
Yeah.
Left the name off the list, Alfie.
Visually here, you can tell that Tommy's really at a serious breaking point. Between the Russians and Grace's death, everything has taken a serious toll on him, and the way the scene is lit gives Tommy a bit of a ghostly visage, and his eyes look glassy and almost teary. Even his voice sounds like it's lost a bit of its energy and spunk.
If you knew already, how come you dragged me all the way out in the fucking hoggid, mate?
Two reasons. Reason one, by withholding a name that you most certainly know, you've proven to me that you've done a deal with the Oddfellows. It was you who told them about the tunnel. You who told them about the fucking deal with the Soviets. Reason two, the name of the man that you're withholding must be my enemy, otherwise you wouldn't be protecting him. He's now a man I can use.
Once again, Tommy's almost always ahead of the game. He's always one step ahead. He's already researched for himself the information he was supposedly getting from Alfie. This meeting was never really about getting that info, but rather confirming a suspicion that Tommy already had, that Alfie Solomons was in fact a traitor.
Listen, sweetie, you can't take a man.
You gave information in exchange for the share.
Oh, he told me there were things in that treasury, right? God himself, he spoke to me and he said, Alfie, you are meant to have these things.
You crossed the line.
Tommy has already expressed his disdain for religion. So when Alfie says God spoke to him, telling him he was meant to have what was in that treasury, the close-up on Tommy shifts closer, and Tommy visibly almost twitches and tightens his grip on the handle of his gun at the phrase.
Meant to have these things.
You crossed the line, Alfie.
You fucking what?
You crossed the line.
The line? They're using my boy!
Like I said before, echoes. But here's the money shot.
Did you fucking know?
Yeah, I knew, you know, but damned as I am, made no fucking difference to me, mate.
Alfie's close-up practically kind of tracking his face with this surprised expression on his face. That is what I love to see. I've watched this scene numerous times and still can't quite place why Alfie would say this if he didn't actually know about Tommy's boy. My theory here, though, is that Alfie is just like that. He likes playing games with Tommy, and in that moment, he saw an opportunity to demonstrate to Tommy that he and him were equals. Two people in the same violence-riddled world, and two people very successful in that department. Perhaps Alfie felt alone in the lines he had crossed and wanted to explain to Tommy that, in fact, he wasn't, and not in the slightest.
Fuck you, don't show it!
One of my only minor critiques with this scene is the editing. There are a few awkward cuts, such as this one right here, where Alfie's man is shot and Tommy falls over. It cuts to show Tommy on the ground. It feels like an unnecessary cut, whereas the man being shot and Tommy falling all could have been one continuous shot. Don't get me wrong, though, I totally understand why the scene is edited the way it is. It's choppy and split up because that's how the situation should feel. It's sudden and disjointed, and a man dies in a fit of rage. The shots switch from slightly wider, steady shots to handheld to further preserve that anxious feeling.
What's going on? What's the matter with you, Tommy, hey? Hey? You're gone fucking angry, ain't you? I got fucking angry! Fucking angry! This bastard deserves it! He's not! He's think you're a fucking angry! This bastard deserves it! I fucking know!
Michael is the one who killed a man here, but the blood is all and only splattered on Tommy's face. That's symbolism. So, everything I've analyzed so far is a lot of what I can already analyze in this scene. I'll have a little bit of stuff at the end here, but for this next part, I'm going to let Tom Hardy go to work. Enjoy.
I do not want him to spare me because of some fucking peace pact. I want him to acknowledge that his anger is unfucking justified. I want him to acknowledge that he who fights by the sword, he fucking dies by it, Tommy. So they took your boy, did they? Yeah? You got your boy. And what fucking line am I supposed to have crossed? How many fathers, right? How many sons, yeah? Have you cut, killed, murdered, fucking butchered, innocent and guilty to send them straight to fucking hell, ain't you? Just like me! You fucking stand there. You, judging me, stand there and talk to me about crossing some fucking line. If you pull that trigger, right, you pull that trigger for a fucking honourable reason. Like an honourable man, not like some fucking civilian that does not understand the wicked way of our world, mate.
Look, Tommy, the killing of Alfie Solomons is not going to help. This will be very bad for business.
Michael, go and call Inspector Moss. Tell him it's Palmer. Well said, Alfie. Well said.
I did not know about your boy, though.
I know. I saw.
And that's the scene. So, there I'm just going to say a couple, little obvious things, like the fact that Tommy kind of is looking him up and down. He's like, well said. There's just this obvious, sense of respect there. Tom Hardy, or Alfie Solomons, kind of almost takes pride when Tommy says well said, and he's kind of surprised that Tommy just kind of accepted that, and he's kind of proud of himself. And there's that awesome shot of, Tommy turning around. He turns around to walk away, and then there's this, the dude, Alfie's dude that got shot in the head, 10 minutes ago on the ground, and it's just kind of a very guttural image, just showing that these are real consequences in this world that they occupy. But overall, again, if you guys haven't seen the show or haven't seen past season 3 or whatever, continue watching. It's a fantastic show. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later.